Hello and welcome to Pure Word Creations. My name is Tahira. Thank you so much for being with me today. I have a series of journals to show you that will be for sale on my website, purewordcreations.com. These five journals make up the Purely Pure series of journals, and this will be the first series of purely pure journals to show you. So the second series may look different as far as the covers because I'm using materials that I have that are gifted to me that are thrifted toward me. So these are what they look like this time, but the innards will be similar. I'm trying to use neutral papers without too much decoration. Actually, no decoration, just for people to make these journals truly their own. There will be some coffee dyed papers, tea dyed papers, vintage papers, modern papers, but papers mostly in the neutral tones. So let me show you what they look like one by one. So this is the first one. And you can see they're stitched together. These are different colored faux leather samples that I was gifted by Tamara Crumble. I have some rust dyed fabric on the spine, and they are three whole pamphlet stitched signatures inside. They all have a different type of button. This one happens to be a gold button. And inside, they are a cork like fabric, all different colors. So let me set this down here and possibly pull you down a little bit. So close your eyes if you're sensitive to this. I think that's good. Okay, great. All right, so this particular signature starts with one of my monotype print session papers that I put on some of Tamara's coffee dye paper for this one. And I'll just flip through very quickly. Like I said, there's no decorations. They're just different types of papers. Some have text, some are blank. Um, Ledger. I have some of my rust dyed and eco dyed paper in here. Some of Tamara's coffee dyed paper. Gifted to me music paper. Here's some lined ledger that I got from a ledger I picked up in Denver. Um, this is paper, handmade paper from the Village Paper Maker. Tamara did a great job of gessoing this text paper so that you can write on it, paint on it, do whatever you like. Some old ledger with writing, some beautiful handwriting, aged graph paper that I've gotten from Renee at Renee's At It Again, as well as this stamp catalog paper. Some of the papers have been folded into pocket pages, but that's all I've done. This is a Sears Roebuck & Co. Catalog page, another one of my printy papers, so on and so forth. So yeah, I love taking these types of papers on a trip, a staycation, um, so I can truly make them my own. Um, and those printed papers don't bother me. I just paint over them. I put down a blank journaling spot with glue or glue stick or even just washi tape and keep right on moving. So I thought others may like something like this. And they're for anyone. They're not gender specific, so they can be gifted to anyone. And this one happens to have an elastic closure. Alright, so there's that one. Let's see if I can put it out. Yeah. Here's the second one in the series. And this one has this type of button. It's kind of a dark brownish button. And this is a dark blue cork-like fabric on the inside. Again, starts with my monotype print paper. So same types of papers. It's just the catalog pages that will be different, and the printed papers that will be different, and of course the eco and rust dye papers that will be different. And these are original pages, the pages out of books, out of ledger. They are all original, no copies. And no digitals in here. And I will try to label them. It will be Purely Pure Journals first series, and then I'll label them with alphabet letters. And that will be clear on the site. Alright, here's the third one. This is kind of a darkish gray, purplish button. And these are the colors of the upholstery fabric on the cover. This is kind of a greenish, foresty, greenish, brownish cork light fabric on the inside. And these papers just feel so nice. You know, you have your different textures of papers, especially like the coffee dye papers. Thank you so much to Mara for sending those to me. You know, you have your cardstock and these catalog and encyclopedia papers. Oh, this one, I think it just needed a little bit more sturdiness. So I used a portion of my printed paper and kind of hinged those papers together here on this side too. So you get a little bit more printed paper on this one. Again, this is the one with the purpley grayish button. I love that aged graph paper. I've asked Renee to send me her stash of it because I just love it so much. I'm a graph and ledger fanatic. I just scored a ledger at my local antique shop, and it's so pretty. It's got the baby blue and pink lines. That'll be showing up in future journals. So this is the fourth one in the series. It has this really cool button there. Okay, and opening this one up. This beautiful brown cork-like fabric on the inside. And this one, this signature doesn't start with my printed paper, so I just added one of my monotype prints on this really cool paper. Um, yeah, so it's just floating. You can put it anywhere. You can paste it down. You can use it as a journaling card. Some tip out pages. Love that rusty paper there. And there's the back of that one. Okay. And the fifth one in this series looks like this. You can probably tell that something's a little different from the others. This one has a cloth closure for those who like to tie their books around instead of having the elastic. And this has a darker green cork-like fabric on the inside. I love that print. That I just used the bubble wrap on the slab, the press. And there's that one. That easily ties up. And they will all come with a bag, that another gifted item from Tamara Crumble, and just little bits to start you out. With the scraps from the cutoffs from some of the papers, I made some stenciled words or stenciled dates and months in this little baggie that I stitched around. That can be used as a pocket inside the journal as well. There's some graph, index card, a guest check that was gifted to me by a customer, as well as this receipt paper. It's like an accounts forward receipt. It's beautiful. First day of issue. They will all be different. I was gifted this pad of paper from Cameron at Lotus and Nightshade. Some of this notebook paper from Renee. This was also gifted to me. This accounts receivable ledger and that'll be slightly folded. And I have some rhodia paper, lined rhodia paper, this vintage bingo sheet, a vintage playing card. Of course, those will be different, and a vintage Rolodex card. just to get you started, so you can have these little journaling spots, especially for those pages that have text on them. And I have made myself a prototype. This is what mine looks like, and one of my favorite colors is purple, so I have a purple elastic. And I actually used, oh, this is the color of the cork, like fabric, really pretty. This happens to be a digital. This has a digital. The others don't. This is a digital from Maureen Astrid. And just to show you, I've cut that accounts receivable page in half and just have it as a journaling spot. Just to show you ways of using those bits that will come in the bag. I'll just use the card as a tuck spot and tuck the index card behind it. This print is so pretty. My teacher brought like a dried branch before we printed, and we used that. This is how I use that that padded paper. It has like a perforated part on the top. I took that off, used it as a backing for one of those stenciled scraps. And then for the first day of issue envelope, just put some washi tape on there, put my rhodia paper inside, and that'll be waiting for me to journal on later. I've washi taped and put another stencil scrap. I may be using this on a trip that I'm taking in November, so I put the November month and I hinged it with some washing tape just so I can have access to the back. And I have my additional stenciled words in that bag. And of course I'll do more with it. This is the other side of that accounts receivable ledger. I just washi taped it in. I use the bingo sheet as a background to my Rolodex, which I'll write a quote on or a short journal entry. And then I have my note stenciled scrap on the top there, and I'll probably stencil this white here with something else, some decorative something, and keep on going. I'll most likely share with you what how I prep more of these pages in here so you can see what that looks like. But thank you so much for joining me with my new Purely Pure Journal series, the first series. I hope you check it out. I hope you find one that you like on my website, purewordcreations.com. Take care. Bye-bye.